Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Joined by Santa Claus here, as you can see. And we're going to do a Week 17 fantasy football waiver wire show. I mean, not really waiver wires, not much going on. But if you guys have any questions about your championships, just let us know. We're going to do a couple of best ball drafts as well. Just talk talk BS, whatever. Before we get into it, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description of the merch store. I am wearing something for the merch store. It's something I've hinted at quite a few times. It is our May is Wrath Month shirt. So shout out to Kenny's former city there in Minnesota. So you can go to the merch store, get 15% off. You could change the colors of any of these shirts. You can get a long sleeve, women's tank top, infant onesie, hoodie. We have our famous apron. We have mugs. We have baseball caps all here at the merch store. You can go to Amazon, buy my books. The most recent one is Jerks of the College Years, where I made fun of people. That's all I did. So it's a fun book to write. And then Safety and a Field Goal, which was my first book, where it was the top 5 topic book about the NFL. And please consider super chats, super stickers. That's the best way to support the show. Last week we had Kevin Kovac, Can't Make an Eagle helping us out. Also Slew, John Sanders before that, and Anthony Jackson. So if you guys really want to help us out, that would be the best way. It is T-minus 9 days until January, which means it's Q1, which means there are no ad revenue for like the next 6 weeks. So it's going to be pretty brutal. So if you guys really want to help keep the show going, that's the best way to do it. All right, we're joined by Santa Claus, i.e. Kenny, i.e. the president of thecapIsFake.com, which I'm going to put on the screen here. Kenny, how's it going at the North Pole?
Oh, it's been very busy at the North Pole. All our elves are working hard. Slave labor is what Santa does.
Absolutely.
Listen, you can't pay elves a fair wage. First of all, they're short, and there's no union in the North Pole. So whatever, we do what we want.
Yeah, absolutely. So I could have sworn I had a Santa Claus hat. And apparently I do not. I was sifting through my costumes box over there, but the best thing I could find is a facsimile to it is this like fez hat. So I'll be wearing that to get into the Christmas spirit. So like I said, if you guys have any questions about your fantasy draft, just leave them. Kenny and I both have a best ball draft team still remaining. Kenny, I feel like you read off your team to me, and I showed you my team. I think you had the better team personally. I'm stuck in a situation where I only have one quarterback because I had Jane Daniels, who got hurt, and then Jordan Love, who might miss the game with concussion. But my quarterback is Jared Goff, and I stacked him with Jameson Williams and Dave Montgomery. So hopefully those guys have big games, although Montgomery hasn't been doing much lately. I also have James Cook and CD Lamb, so I have some good players. So hopefully take down the grand prize, and I'll be rooting for you. I mean, we're in different leagues anyway, so but hopefully we both get there. That'd be nice.
It was great. Yeah, I hope this makes up for because I was in 4 leagues this year. I'm out. I made the playoffs in 3 leagues. In our league, I got knocked out in the first round, and then I had 2 teams in the semifinals this week, and they both got knocked out. It's a bummer. In our league, I basically barely lost in the first round. It's a bummer because if I'd gone to the second round, I would have been the higher scorer this week. I would have beaten you. I would have gone on to the title game for my 8th. It would have been my unprecedented 8th title appearance in 20 seasons. But all for naught, I lost in the first round, and I was the Dak Prescott of the league this year. The numbers look good in the regular season, but you can't produce in the playoffs. That's Dak Prescott. That was me this year. And so this is really for the first time in 5 or 6 years, I have none of my teams in a title game, which is kind of a bummer. But and of my 111 drafts, I do have that we did best ball this summer and spring. I have 1 that has made it to the breakout here. So, well, it's you and Jacob in the championship game, or this was the semifinal.
No. It's me and Jacob in the championship game, the rematch of the 2022 championship game, where it was probably the most devastating championship loss I've ever had because I was down 19 heading into the Monday night game. I had Joe Burrow and T. Higgins. Jacob only had Dawson Knox. I felt great. I was like, I'm gonna win unless it's all rushing touchdowns or something. I was like, I was like probably 80% to win, 85, 90, maybe 90% to win. And the game didn't play because DeMar Hamlin.
That's right.
Yeah, and we all scored 0. All our players scored 0. Jacob took the championship, so he
That was
won.
a
And
weird. That was a weird way to handle it. I think you guys should have split it. In my mind,
yeah,
my proposal was that you guys have a split championship.
yeah,
Like 1997, Michigan and was it Michigan and Nebraska that split the title in 1997?
Yeah, it was something like that. Or you know what? How I would have done it was have those 3 players go up against each other in week 18 to see what happens. Maybe do it that way. Although I don't know. I don't think the Bills didn't sit their starters week 18, so we could have done it that way. But yeah, Jacob took the prize money and the name on the trophy. I got nothing. So, well, I got the second prize money, but whatever. So hopefully this is revenge for me. My team is Drake May, Chase Brown, who had a big game, Devon Achane, Cortland Sutton, George Pickens, Christian Watson, who I might bench because he did nothing last week. We'll see. Hunter Henry, Travion Henderson's a question mark. I might have to put in Zach Charbonnet instead. Saints defense against the Titans, and then Jake Bates, the Lions kicker. Jacob has Dak Prescott. Speaking of Prescott, Saquon Barkley, DeAndre Swift, Puka Nacua, Zay Flowers, Michael Pittman Jr., Darren Waller, Woody Marks, Rams defense, and Brandon Aubrey. So I am favored to win by 9, according to ESPN, which means absolutely nothing because ESPN projections are terrible. But yeah, so.
Jacob, he was 6-7-1 in the regular season, which kind of goes to show like fantasy playoffs, just so much fluky luck in it, right? It's just like there's a lot of luck and just sort of the nature of it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I beat him by 40 in the previous matchup, so I'm hoping it's that easy once again. But you never know. I mean, he has Puka with no Devontae Adams, we think so. That could be a nightmare. That got Jacob to the championship. He beat our commissioner. Anish, who was 10-3-1. So rough way to end that season. There are 4 people in this league who are 9-4-1 or better, and then the 5th and 6th seeds are both 6-7-1, and like the 5th and 6th seeds both won somehow, and I'm like the last man standing of the guys who had the best records. Yeah, so I'm carrying the banner for us.
I think it's one of the reasons why. Thank you. I am one of your bannermen.
Yeah.
And so I think this is one of the reasons why we should. I like when leagues do multiple league or multiple week championship games, playoff games. So, the only league I'm in right now that does that of the 4 leagues I'm in at current time is it's a league that it's the one league I didn't make the playoffs in, but we do. The playoff games are multiple weeks. So this, if you have one bad week, you still have a chance to rebound. So it's, and basically in that league, it's 14 team league. Only 5 guys make the playoffs of 14. So it's a very small playoff pool. And basically all 5 guys play against each other for 2 weeks. So weeks 14 and 15 is all playoffs of all 5 teams, and the top 2 scoring teams. So basically 3 teams get eliminated and the top 2 scoring teams go on to the championship. And the championship is weeks 16 and 17 combined. So
that's pretty sweet. I like that idea. So why 5 instead of like 6? Because that's not even half the league.
I think there was an intentional desire to like make it smaller, like to be competitive, to make the regular season more valuable. So yeah. So that's So anyway, it's and I think that league I'm probably going to drop out. Some of the guys are turds, let's just say.
Care to share why? I'd love to hear it.
Okay, one guy I made him a trade offer, and he was like, "This guy gets so offended. You guys get so offended. You guys get butthurt. They're so insecure." Like I made him a trade offer. This has been going on for a couple seasons. Like this is a couple guys who just like they get personally offended at everything. It's just like. So there's like a faction in the league that are like the league is kind of split between like 2 segments, like guys that are total a-holes and guys that are moderate a-holes. I'm in the moderate a-hole camp. I think I'm a moderate a-hole, not a total a-hole.
You're not total a-hole.
Yeah, just moderate a-hole. Like there's no nice guys in this league.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, it goes back for several seasons. A couple guys are just jerks and kind of difficult to navigate. And I'm like, this is supposed to be fun. You guys are annoying. I'm kind of done.
So how much? So you said you're going to be in 3 leagues after this, then?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, I may start a new league up. We'll see.
Okay, I feel like 3 is a good number. I used to be in like 6. It's too much. Too much.
I
Even
was like in
4,
10 or
even
12
4.
for a couple years in a row, man.
Yeah, I cut it at 6. I'm like, no more at 6, and even 6 is too much because, like, yeah, if you one player, you're like, okay, I want this guy to do well, but not too well because I'm going against him in the other leagues. Like, I just like I'm done. Plus, like, yeah, best ball now, you don't even need to do too many leagues. Just like 1 or 2 is just fine. Three is the limit for me at this point. So yeah, I can understand you wanting to drop because of that. A Shriner's cap, yeah. So Kenny, I got jealous as Kenny's Santa Claus hat, and I really thought I had one. So I went to our costumes box for Halloween. This is the best I could find. So it's my ghetto Santa Claus hat. Maybe I'll go to like the dollar stores tomorrow and buy one for the remainder of our shows this week. Which we'll have shows on Wednesday and Thursday, but not Friday because Tom is traveling. All right, so do you want to dive into best ball draft? Maybe do
Christmas Day you're gonna do a show?
Yeah, we have to. I'm in the super and the Circa Millions with Evan. We gotta figure what we're doing. So tomorrow night I'm doing the show too with Andy. No
rest for the weary.
No, why? I don't believe in holidays. But I don't like holidays. I really don't like holidays. I want to work, and it feels like whenever I'm not working, it feels like I'm wasting my time. No, we did a show Thanksgiving night. We're gonna do one Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Like, I
no
wish
time to celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus.
I mean, what am I gonna do? Like, I celebrate by talking about football. How about that? I think that's what he would want. I think he'd be a big football fan if you were alive now.
I believe Jesus would be a football fan. I don't doubt that one bit.
Yeah. Which team do you think he'd like, though? Saints, maybe?
I think Jesus is more of a guy who would root for players, not teams. I think he'd just be like, yeah.
He likes everyone.
No. I think there's definitely some guys he doesn't like.
That's probably true. Not everyone in the NFL is a nice guy. So, okay, let's see if we can enter in a. It's making me sign in. So good thing my password wasn't shown. Oh, cool! It's making me enter my phone number. So let me hide that for a second. It's great timing. Thank you, DraftKings. Hold on. Let me enter this.
They're just trying to keep you safe.
Yeah, right. I don't know. It says like you shouldn't show this to people, like the number. So I always like wondered why, because it's always like a new code. Anyway, so I can add this back. I'm signed in.
By the way, I'm drinking some Chateau Saint Michel Indian Wells Merlot or Cabernet tonight. Or no, this is Merlot.
I'm drinking Pepsi with natural sugar. So I think I win that one. I'm just kidding. Okay, so where are we with this? 49430 divided by 6. We can enter in right now.
Okay, hold on. My contest, best ball, lobby, best ball playoff, $20 one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, we're in. I'm in.
All right, awesome. Yeah, it says should be 5 and 6. There we go. You have picked 6. I have picked 3.
Nice.
What I'm going to do here is I'm going to draft off my phone, so I don't have to take off the big board here. And plus, like, if anyone is sniping us, then they can't see who I'm starting. So I don't know why I didn't do that beforehand. It just seems like so much better to do it that way.
Nice.
All right, so I texted you this earlier tonight. I don't know if you saw my text. I finally did it. We talked about it for so long. Like, is it possible to get both Josh Allen and James Cook in this? I can't believe it. I had the 4th pick. Someone took McCaffrey first. I was like, okay. Then someone took Nakua, and then someone took who's the 3rd pick? I think it was JSN. And I was like, I can't believe Josh Allen fell to me to 4. And then who went 5? I think Devontae went 5. Saquon went 6. I think like AJ Brown was 7 or something. Something weird happened. And then Stafford went 8. I'm like, I can't believe James Cook fell to me at 203. So I got both. I had I filled out a whole Bills lineup and then just took NFC players, just kind of like stacked together. But I made sure like third pick I took Kincaid, then I took Shakir, but then I was like, there's no one else to take for the Bills, so I started taking like I think like people were sniping Eagles and Rams players like left and right. I did take Quorum with the 5th pick, I think, but then I went to like some Bears players because the Bears have a really good record, and I'm like, they'll be a safe bet to make. They'll be in the playoffs, obviously, and then maybe they'll get to the second round, or maybe who knows, maybe it gets to Super Bowl. So I took Swift, and then I took DJ Moore, and then I took Odunze, and then I pivoted to like other NFC players. Like I ended up taking like Ricky Pearsall. I took Jaden Reed. It was, and then I took other Bills players. Like I ended up having like my final pick like was Gabe Davis, for example, because he's been doing stuff, and of course Josh Allen and Nakua go, which leaves me in a dilemma here. Like James Cook is kind of tough to take, but I still think he's the best player, so I'm going to take James Cook. Who would you take at 3 at this point?
Yeah, Cook is someone I'm considering there. Yeah, it's an interesting question. I've not drafted there a lot. I mean, I've taken Cook there. I've taken Barkley there. I've taken McCaffrey there.
Makes sense. You're on the clock now. I mean, McCaffrey's like he's the best player at 3. I just don't trust that 49er team. Like they score a lot, but they have no defense at all, like none. So it's like how do you trust a team like that? I don't think they're going to go very far.
I will say though that team is. I'm going to go
Stafford. All right,
and Kyren Williams. I'm going to go Rams here.
Nice.
The 49er offense is playing really good football right now. And this has got to be the best coaching job we've seen from Shanahan, I think.
Yeah, I mean the offense is amazing. It's the defense that they have no pass rush, and it's because all their players are hurt, so you can't really like fault them for that. So I got a dilemma here. I think I want to stay with the Bills. I don't know. Let's go with Devontae Adams. I know Adams is not going to get back to you. I know that like I don't want to snipe your players. There's no way Adams is going to fall back to you. So, I thought I didn't know where to go there. Plus, like Adams, I think Adams is going to go to that Shepherd guy, so kind of screwed him. I know that, like I said, there should be cooperation. My hope was to take like some Eagle players with James Cook, but that unfortunately did not happen. So I don't know if I should like abandon the Bills or should like pursue Dalton Kincaid or something. I don't know. It's a tough call.
I have found a lot of success really going all in on one particular team in one conference and just having like one spot for the other conference. And I just got like 4 or 5 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so like in one draft, I went all in on Jacksonville players.
Yeah.
And then I just had like my number one receiver was like, I had JSN and Devontae Adams and Devontae Smith. So it's like whichever NFC team comes out, I'm going to have one wide receiver with a bunch of Jags players.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. I was hoping I could get this 50% guy to pivot off the Eagles players, but with Jalen Hurts, like I was like, maybe I get Hurts and the Devontae Smith on the way back. I'm not liking how this team is unfolded. I mean, we'll see. So okay, you take Sutton. Interesting.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a Broncos Rams Super Bowl matchup here.
Okay.
As I'm looking at the teams here, I think there are 2 teams in the AFC. Like to me, like clearly the Bills and the Patriots are like the best bet, but Well, I think they're the two best teams in the NFC, most likely to make. Whichever one wins the division, I think it's the most likely one to make it to the Super Bowl.
Mm.
But I think both the Broncos and the Jags are playing like really good football right now and are kind of sneaky bets. I think the Jaguars are playing especially good the last few weeks.
Oh
They're
yeah.
playing really smart football. It would not surprise me if they could sneak into the playoff or sneak into the in the make a Super Bowl run.
I bet them to win the Super Bowl this past week. I took them at 20-1.
Nice.
I think they're really impressive. I like them a lot. These picks have gone quickly. So two Jaguars went. This is really difficult. I don't like how this team unfolded at all. That's yeah. I feel like at this point I'm just gonna see what happens. It's kind of a weird team right now. Okay, so this guy he pivoted to Jacksonville. I was kind of hoping the Jacksonville players would fall to me a little bit, but that didn't happen. Kind of Kenneth Walker is considering too. So you're up right now.
All right, so you go. Yeah, I guess I got to go quorum here. I'm going Rams players, and what are the chances the Lions make it to the playoffs at this point?
Well, they need 4 things to happen. They need to win this week and next week. They need the Packers to lose this week and next week.
Ew, that doesn't seem likely.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough spot for them. So, let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out what I can do here. So, Bills players at running back and tight ends. Look, I think I know what direction I want to go. Chicago is looking better and better right now. I think. I don't know how much I trust them, but they are going pretty late compared to other teams that have their sort of record.
Mm-hmm.
So my thinking is I already have a Bills running back and tight end. If I can go like Swift, Moore, Odunze, and Caleb, then that kind of gives me a stack of sorts. Oh, never mind. Now I can't go Caleb. So this guy just took Darnold and Caleb with 2 NFC quarterbacks. Why? What are you doing? This guy doesn't have any AFC players. This guy who took all Eagles. It's so stupid. Oh, whatever. What are you gonna do? Besides curse the heavens.
That's right. You can curse them out. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with my secondary stack will be. So I'm gonna go with.
Odunze goes. This guy's taking all NFC players. What are you doing? I'm surprised he didn't take Bo Nix. So you have Broncos players.
He'll still be there.
Okay. Are you sure?
Well, maybe not. That's all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna get some Green Bay players here. Go with Jordan Addison here, or go with Jordan Love. I mean. And then my and another let me see, and then go what are the chances that the Carolina Panthers make a run?
Nothing. 0. It's not gonna happen.
Come on,
they're so bad.
They look pretty good.
I mean, they got swept by the Saints.
That's true. You're right. Yeah, you're right. That happened. That was a real thing.
Yeah. I think if you get swept by the Saints, you shouldn't make the playoffs. What do you think about that rule?
Touche.
I'm gonna be an auto draft. Apparently, this team is a disaster. It's the worst draft team I've ever drafted. I got sniped by left and right. This guy has taken nothing but NFC players. You stole Jordan Love from me. Let's pivot to the Packers. You could have taken Knicks. Anyway, and like I don't know where the Houston players are. So I took Stroud. Okay.
So I've got a Green Bay Broncos Super Bowl matchup and a Rams Broncos Super matchup.
I have no matchups. I just like a smorgasbord of like random players. So I was gonna pivot to the Bears, and then this guy took Caleb Williams. Like he has two NFC teams, NFC quarterbacks. So I don't know. I guess I should just crap. All right. Well, I'll finish off the Bills, I guess. I have Cook, I have Knox, and I have a Kincaid. So I would need a quarterback to get through and two receivers. So I guess it just makes sense to take the two Bills receivers. I don't know. But the problem is Keon Coleman's a healthy scratch now. So I don't know. I don't even know what to make of that.
Yeah. I drafted a bunch of him because I was drafting a lot of Bills earlier.
Yeah. I'm going to take Gabe Davis, who keeps getting like 40 yards. I don't know. And then I need I have Jalen Hurts, so I would need like an Eagles receiver, I guess. I don't know. Dotson. Like the worst Eagles Bills stack known to man.
Right,
I do have Hurts and Cook, I guess, but I don't know. And Kincaid. Bryce Young.
Yeah, I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna get a Panthers Broncos Super Bowl stack.
Nice.
So this team has Rams Broncos, Packers Broncos, Carolina Panthers, and Broncos. So I get three different matchups. Two of the three are probably not likely, but whatever.
All right, let's see how these teams panned out. And I want to look at 50%'s team because he has a bunch of Eagles players, so but not the quarterback. And so he's not going to have a quarterback in his Super Bowl matchup, right? Yeah, he only has two quarterbacks. So not a good way to draft this team. This Caleb Williams pick was horrible. Like he should have taken some AFC guys here. And he didn't take any, except for Brian Thomas Jr., who somehow fell to 1202. The Jacksonville guy who was taking Jacksonville players, like, why didn't he take Brian Thomas Jr.? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so like you said, you drafted Rams and Broncos, and then you took a couple Packer guys and a couple Panther guys. So, I mean, you clearly had a plan. I had a plan, but just went awry because there's crazy picks that happened. I do have an Eagles Bill stack. I have Jalen Hurts, James Cook.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but then you get Gabe Davis, Jahan Dotson's my receivers.
Then
right, and then you get Kincaid and Knox. So if all right, if here's a scenario for me to win. Jalen Hurts gets all the touchdowns, and like the skill position guys do nothing, and James Cook goes off. And Gabe Davis catches a long touchdown, and the two Bills tight ends catch touchdowns. I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty good, right?
That's not an absurd possibility.
Yeah, it's not. And like I've Josh Jacobs to help me get through. Swift to help me get through more. Charbonnet, like I don't know. Devontae Adams to help me get through. Like I don't know. I feel like this team could go to the championship, but then it would be like last place or whatever.
I've seen worse teams.
That's true. So I don't know who else drafted a good team here. We had Bills, Niners, Texans, Bills. So this guy did Bills, Niners, I guess. And he had Josh Allen and Brock Purdy. He did not. Who's his running back though? He does not have a Bills or Niners running back. Looks like for the championship. Like he didn't even take Ty Johnson. So he doesn't have a Super Bowl team. It's number 2 guy drafted Rams, Patriots. So he has Rams, Patriots locked up. He does have every position, so that's pretty good. He drafted nothing but Rams or Patriots until 902. So he clearly knows what he's doing. And then team 4 we didn't look at yet. This guy took Niners, Seahawks, Jaguars, this is the Jaguars guy. He started taking Jaguars, but didn't take Brian Thomas Jr. for some reason. They took Chargers, Jaguars. So he's Chargers, Jaguars, I guess. But that's not a Super Bowl matchup. So yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I guess I don't know. It's like he's like started to think Jaguars, but then he just stopped and went to the Chargers, and just didn't like complete his plan. Looks like I don't know. It's a weird way to go about it. I guess I don't know. But what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you like your team here?
Yeah, it's okay. Like, do I think there's a legitimate chance? I like the strategy of just going like of the teams that are going a little bit later. So, particularly in the AFC, you've got the Jaguars, the Broncos. Those teams are going a little bit later. Even some of the Patriots players are going a little bit later than you might expect. So you've got some of that, stacking up on one of those teams and then saying, okay, it's easier then to have multiple teams line up, right? So it's like, so if I've got like, Stafford and Kyron Williams as my 1-2 punch for the Rams, well, I can now all I need is one running back or one quarterback and one offensive skill player, because I've got I drafted RJ Harvey there as my running back, so he basically can function as a flex or running back. So I can then a quarterback and one offensive skill player from another NFC team. So that's why I've got the Packers and the Panthers.
Yeah.
And so therefore I've got 3 Super Bowl, 3 Super Bowl lineups. Now, is it probable that the Carolina Panthers are going to make it to the Super Bowl? No, it's highly improbable.
Right.
Right. But we've seen crazy things happen. We've seen crazy, or the Cardinals who were, 9-7, who went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. You think of that the Atlanta Falcons, once upon a time in the 90s, they had a really good record that year, but they were not expected to go to the Super Bowl, and they did.
Yeah.
They beat that great Vikings team in 1998. Or even the Panthers of 2003. They were they went on the road and won multiple games. The Giants in 2008 and 2012, both times, right? They were the 6th seed in 2008 or 2007. And they beat that great Patriots team, so does it happen often? No, but it happens once every 7 years. You have a team in the Super Bowl. You go, wait a minute, that team probably doesn't belong there. So if the Broncos and Panthers end up in the Super Bowl, how many people are going to have a full lineup for Broncos versus Panthers? Probably not many, right?
Not many at all.
So
You're right.
I would, listen, if it ends up being first of all, if it ends up being a Broncos Panthers Super Bowl, that'll be a boring as hell Super Bowl for most people.
Bell's not going to be happy.
But secondly, I'll be the only one with a full lineup, probably, right? So
yeah, you'll be there at the top. No one else knew with you. Oh man, that's funny. No, you're right. I mean, like, yeah, why not go for the possibilities? By the way, do you know what the odds are for the Panthers to win the Super Bowl? Do you want to take a guess?
At current time, what the odds are?
Yes, on FanDuel,
25-1.
The Panthers to win the Super Bowl, they're 175-1.
Oh my God, that's so disrespectful.
I know.
They're going to win the division.
It's the same as the Lions. The Lions are also 175-1, and they need a lot to happen to make the playoffs. The other teams with the longer shots, Ravens are 80-1. Here's how disrespectful that is for the Panthers. So Panthers are 175-1 to win the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers are 55-1 to win the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
So it's funny. Actually, what's funny is that these Week 17 games actually mean nothing. Sorry, I just clarify. This Week 17 means nothing to the Panthers at all, unless the Buccaneers lose to the Dolphins. and they both happen at the same time, so they don't know. But like if the Buccaneers beat the Dolphins, then nothing the Panthers do this week matters. Like it all comes down to week 18. So that's kind of crazy if you think about it. It's like this game doesn't matter. It's week 17. But of course, if the Buccaneers lose to the Dolphins, the Panthers can clinch with a win this week.
Right.
We have a couple of questions here. I have some tough start sits this week. Purdy or T-Law Dalton? Okay. All right. Purdy or Trevor Lawrence? Okay, I figured that out. Dalton Schultz, questionable, or Tyler Warren, Devontae Smith, or Drake London? Okay. So Purdy is playing against the Bears, who have an average defense. I think maybe above average. They don't have a pass rush, as Slew said, but I think that their defense has improved because they've gotten guys back from injury. But Trevor Lawrence is out of his mind. We just saw Brock Purdy go for 5 touchdowns against that Colts defense that's missing their top 2 corners. I would definitely go Trevor Lawrence. This guy is playing like an MVP candidate. You know, he's not going MVP, but in my voting, he would be 4th right now, behind in some order. Drake May, Matthew Stafford, and Josh Allen. Lawrence would be number 4. Dalton
he's legitimately playing awesome football right now.
It's the best football of his career. It's no doubt about it. Yeah.
I mean, that's not necessarily a super high standard because he's not been great, but
yeah, he had one good run in 22 at the end. You know, he had the big upset against Dallas, the comeback win, and then he had the comeback against the Chargers, and then he kind of stayed close with the Chiefs in the second round. Like he was playing well that year. But yeah, this by far is like his best football. So I would go Lawrence, Dalton Schultz, or Tyler Warren. Warren is playing against those Jaguars, and the Jaguars defense is really good, but they struggle against tight ends. So I think I would go with Warren because, I mean, Schultz is banged up too. You don't know what you're going to get out of him. And then Devontae Smith against the Bills.
To me, that would be sorry.
Yeah. And Devontae Smith or Drake London. Drake London is Atlanta is playing the Rams, and Devontae Smith is playing against the Bills. Both tough matchups. I think you're going to go with London. So I would go with Lawrence, Warren, and London. How would you go about this, Kenny?
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence for sure. From my mind, I would go Tyler Warren over Dalton Schultz. And honestly, I don't even care what the matchups are. I would not. I don't. That Houston offense is just so streaky, so inconsistent right now. Dalton Schultz is banged up. I don't care. I would go Tyler Warren in that situation. And Devontae Smith, I think I'm going Smith. It looks like the Eagles are going to play their starters fully. They're going all out in that game. I'm not sure I trust the Atlanta offense yet. Still, they've also been struggling, and London's not healthy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just hate the idea of starting a guy in my championship game who's like coming off the bench and like I haven't seen him before. Like, what if he's on a pitch count kind of deal? Like, he comes. I don't know. I'd rather go Devontae Smith. The Eagles offense feels like it's really on an uptick the last 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd go Smith there.
Okay. We had a question here. Guy I'm playing for the championship asked to split the pot. Do I do it or go for it all? 1750 to first, 500 for second, or the split would be 1250 for first and 1,000 for second. Well, I don't know about your financial situation. Like if like 1,000 would be, way more helpful for you than 500, or if it doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, then I say just go for it. But it could be 1,250 to 1,000. It could be 1,400 to 850. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can negotiate that and make something different. But Kenny, how would you approach this?
Splitting the pot is for pusses. That's what I'm saying. Go for it. You got to risk it for the biscuit. Come on, man.
I'm like, it depends on your financial situation. Risk it for the biscuit. Let's go.
Listen, okay, a couple years ago, so this is probably in 2018. I can't remember. I was in a league that had a lot of overlapping guys. It was 2 very different. One was kind of a more typical league, and the other one was auction league, keeper league, two quarterbacks, so very different structures. And the auction league had 14 guys in it. The other league had 12 guys, but like 6 of the guys overlapped in it. And so these are like me and these other 5 guys, we played fantasy together for 20 years. But anyway, one year, me and this guy John, we were both in the championship games of both of those leagues that year.
Oh wow.
We played, it was just crazy. And so everyone was like, man, John and Kenny are both in the title games for both leagues. We had a group chat, with the guys in both leagues. And John sent me an email on that Thursday and said, hey, let's split the pot in both. Let's just split it even. Like, I think like in one league, first place was going to be like 2,000, second place is 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, so it's like $3,000 in prize money. Let's just split it 1,500. And then the other league was smaller. It was like 600 to first place and like 300 to second place. It's like 900. He's like, let's split it 450. So he's like, basically, let's just like take all the money, split it, no matter who wins, like split it 50-50.
Yeah.
And I responded back to him, no go, bro. Got to risk it for the biscuit. I lost both.
Oh, there's the karma. Karma got you.
The next year at the draft, he was like, man, I'm so glad Kenny's got the balls to go for it.
Well, if I'm that guy, I would have changed my team name to Risk It for the Biscuit in honor of you.
He got a chance to talk a lot of smack to me. It was well deserved, well earned.
Yeah. It's proof that karma exists, right? Well, not really, but I do believe in it. But all right. So anyway, if you guys have other questions, let us know. Do you want to do another best ball draft? And
got to risk it for the biscuit. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's my new tag. You got to make a Walter T-shirt with this. Risk it for the biscuit. Come on, man.
Yes, you should. I do want to make a lot of shirts and other things for like during the off season when I have more time. I don't have time to do it now, but let me know when you're ready. I'm
ready. Hold on, let me get that open and yep, I'm ready.
I think we can enter. I think we can. Yeah, we're good.
All right, boom.
It's always weird when there's a whole number. You're like, does that mean you're going to be the 6th, or does that mean you're going to be the 1st? It's always the 1st, but I always like hesitating. Like, what if it's behind? We do have a question here as we wait.
I entered. Did you enter?
Yeah, I entered. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because my thing's only says only one end.
I reloaded. It says 2.
Okay.
Tunges or Schultz, and Devontae Smith, Luther Burden, Reed, Dobbs, Pierce. I think that is Downs. Pick one out of all of them. Or do you want to pick one tight end and then one of the receivers? I'm kind of confused. Jake Tonjes against or Schultz. I mean, do we know that Kittle's definitely out? If he's out, then Schultz is banged up and he plays the Chargers. So I guess I'd go with Tonjes. And then Devontae Smith, Luther Burden, Reed, Dobbs, Pierce, Downs. I think I would go with Devontae Smith. What do you think?
I think to me it's Smith. Yeah. Of all those guys, I get to pick one. Like, this is just like a flex spot.
One tight end, one receiver. You saying?
Well, the tight ends. If Kittle's out, then that makes it easy. But Schultz, I guess Schultz is fine. I'd be looking at my waiver wire to see if there's a better tight end.
I was a high ankle sprain. Okay, yeah, I didn't see the injury report. As someone who has a high ankle sprain, I definitely feel for George Kittle right now. It's brutal, man. Hurts. I can't walk my dog. I'm like limping around the neighborhood, I'm like some like decrepit person with. It's horrible. It's like the worst. Like I can't walk down the stairs without like feeling like my foot's gonna fall off.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I got it by walking to my car.
You're getting old, Walt. That's a problem.
Well, we're the same age, so we're right there with each other. I was walking. I don't know if I told you. I was walking my daughter to the car to go to my parents' house, and I was on the sidewalk, and I was like my daughter's like, oh, the moon. And so I looked, yeah, there's a moon, and then I took a step, and then I thought I was in the sidewalk, but I went down to the street and it went like, and it's like, dude, it hurts so bad. It was so swollen. And I don't know. It's been like 6 weeks. It's like not gotten better. So I might go to the doctor soon, get an X-ray or something. But it's been a while. getting old, like you said.
You're getting old,
My
bro.
my back hurts too. We can talk about other things that hurt. It's my back's really bad. I don't know. I might have to get something too for that. I do have a back massager, but that only helps like temporarily. All right, looks like I have the second pick. You have the fourth pick. So you're like kind of in the area that I was last time. I'm going to take one of Nakua or Josh Allen, whoever this guy doesn't take. And if he takes like McCaffrey, then okay. Well, I'm taking Josh Allen. So there we go. So what are you looking at number 4? You're up.
All right. So here, I think I'm going to go. You've got Bills there. Do I try to snipe, just cook and go Bills without Josh Allen? But no, I think I like the Eagles' chance to go to the Super Bowl. Legitimately,
You do. Okay.
I do.
What
I'm not.
changed?
I'm not just saying that as an Eagles fan. I really do believe they have a legitimate chance.
What changed? Because you seemed like down in the dumps with the Eagles a couple weeks ago.
I'm an Eagles fan. What changed? The week, the weather changed. I mean, that's
Fair enough. They have looked better. They get Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter back this week potentially.
yeah.
That obviously will help. I mean, every Eagle quarterback has been so much better with Lane Johnson, so much worse without him. So it's that's a huge deal. Just getting him back.
I was talking to someone about this a couple of days ago about I know you're about the draft, but just like this has been, the last 10 years has been the best era of Eagles football, right? Like, and Lane Johnson has been arguably their best player in this era.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I'm up right now. Let's so I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go Brown here.
Okay.
The bottom line is like, you're drafting. I'll wait.
I'm gonna snipe this guy. I'm gonna take Kyron Williams.
Jerk.
Take that.
So like, I mean, I think it's fair to say that Lane Johnson is the best player in the Eagles during the best era of Eagles history. Like, you can argue he's the greatest player in franchise history.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Reggie White is the obvious one. Obviously,
yeah.
Reggie White, for 8 years was just a menace. One of the greatest players of all time. But if you're making the conversation of the top 5 best Eagles of all time, like Lane Johnson's in the conversation, right?
Yeah. I mean, he has to be. He's like tremendous. He's incredible. And you just see how the Eagles do with him without him. Like it's night and day. Like it really is.
Yeah.
I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I think like
Kincaid here.
I think Kincaid here is like really underwhelming. Like I would love to get in the 4th round. 3rd round seems like too early for him, right? Doesn't it? And like sometimes they go to Dawson Knox. I don't know. You take tight end that early.
Yeah.
I like your team. You have all Eagles. So Henderson goes. I think this guy might take Kincaid and Shakir. And if so, I could just pivot to the Jaguars and just be okay.
So now I got to figure out my AFC teams. We'll see who falls.
Yeah. See what a rat with wings. Is that a bat? Colby Parkinson. What? Colby Parkinson. I'm speechless.
All right. So what teams have not been selected at all? Let's see. You got Patriots over here. You got Houston over here. You got Jags over here. Denver over here. I'm just gonna have to swipe someone. It looks like at some point, right?
Well, you have Devontae Smith too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So I got a whole Eagles lineup here, but I need tight end and flex.
Well, I risked it. I got Kincaid at 405.
Can you sir get the biscuit?
I do. Can you understand that Parkinson pick? I'm like dumbfounded by that one.
Unless you really believe the Parkinson's is great. I don't know. I mean,
The Rams have like 4 tight ends that they use. It could be any one of them each week.
Yeah, it's true.
It's crazy.
So from an
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Shakira. Okay, so I have quarterback, receiver one, tight end for the Bills. So I need running back, receiver two, flex. Okay, but those could be NFC players. Doesn't have to be the Rams. It's just the Kyron Williams. Because he took out so all five Eagles players. You're one flex away from having a full Eagles lineup. The problem is like there's no one else on the Eagles.
Yeah.
Like is it Dotson maybe in the final round or something?
I mean, that was not my intention. It just kind of fell that way.
Yeah, no one else took him.
Just sort of. So now I got to just take a bunch of AFC players to try to maximize potential lineups, right? Like potential. Like it makes no sense to take any NFC player at this point,
right?
For me,
no, not at all. Yeah.
So all right, let's just go with if there's an Eagles Chargers matchup, we'll go McConkey. I'm gonna be sniping some guys here. We're gonna piss off some guys, but whatever.
Okay, let's go here. Jacobs. So looking at like Bills Rams. Or sorry, Bills Packers. Potentially. There's no one else on the Bills taking. The Bills and Eagles are kind of similar here. They're like the quarterback and three other guys or four other guys, and that's it. And then like there's this huge gap until the bottom.
So I'm trying to think other AFC guys I might want to get in my flex spot. Let me see. And are there other players that can help me along the way? Honestly, I mean, I'm going to just go Swift because I just think it's too much. It's good value and can help me win along the way here. I mean, he's been playing great.
Yeah. I considered him. I could either go to Packers or Bears. I just thought Jacobs at 605 was like ridiculous value.
I agree. I would have taken him next.
Okay, so what are we doing here? It's like Jordan Love's like an option. Not much of one.
Here we go. So I'm going to go for I got an Eagles Patriots lineup set up here.
Okay. All right, I've settled into Bills Packers, so looks like I actually have a real team, unlike last time. And the question is, when do you take Dawson Knox? Which I think I'd probably do now, just to make sure. Because then I would need what? Just a running back for the Bills and a flex at that point? No, I would a running back and a receiver too. Okay, I'm gonna take Dawson Knox.
That's probably wise because I would have been very tempted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just so I can have a Bills Eagles lineup in the Super Bowl. So
yeah, I feel like he wouldn't have gotten back to me, so that makes sense.
So I've got Eagles Patriots, Eagles Chargers. Let me see. Yeah, it's weird when you have this kind of position I'm in where you're just like one player makes a lineup. So
I saw a couple guys ask questions. Well, I'll get to them as soon as the draft's over. The drafts will be over in like 3 minutes. So yeah, it's always rough if you have the Bills and you don't have Cook, because it's like, you feel like you have to spend a late round pick on Ty Johnson. It always feels bad. or you want to go Ray Davis, I guess that also works, but. So I've been going Bills Packers. Jordan Love's just sitting there. I feel like there's no need to take him because I have Josh Allen. When is Jordan Love going to outscore Josh Allen? That's not going to happen.
I mean,
You think it could happen?
yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, it could. I mean, he could have a good game.
It's within the realm of possibility.
Right.
But I'd rather take more receivers and tight ends and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and running backs and everything else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so let me make sure I have a whole Bills team here, unless there's someone else we're taking.
Are the Colts going to make the playoffs?
No, they're not going to make the playoffs. There's a running back sitting here who's like pretty good, and his team's definitely in the playoffs. That's weird. I can't believe he's still available. How many running backs? Three running backs. So it's like I can't justify it, but especially given that I need to fill out my team here. All right, so I'm gonna take Ty Johnson again. It feels bad, but you got to do it. So do I have a full Bills team? I think I do. I have Allen, Ty Johnson, Shakir. Oh no, I don't have receiver two. Shakir, then Kincaid and Knox. So I need to take my receiver two here for the Bills. It's just so I have a whole Bills team. And then I have a bunch of Packers and Kyron Williams. So theoretically I have Bills, Rams, and Bills, Packers covered. So this ATN pick is not going to pan out, but he can at least help me get to the Super Bowl. So if it's like Bills Jaguars in the AFC Championship, that's going to look pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah. So you took Gainwell. Okay. So you pivoted to Steelers here at the end, I see.
Yeah, we have got I've just I got 2 Patriots players, 2 Steelers players. So now I've got Eagles, Chargers, Eagles, Patriots, Eagles, Steelers. I have all those lineups covered in this lineup, and then I've got DeAndre Swift in there just to help me a little bit out.
Are you gonna take Dotson with your last pick?
No, it's wasted.
Okay. Is it? I mean, what if he catches the touchdown in the Super Bowl, and then that's the way you differentiate yourself?
He sucks.
Calcaterra?
I'm gonna go Woody Marks. I don't know what the situation his injury is with him, but last round pick.
That was the running back I was talking about.
Oh,
I already had 3. It was 6 running backs. I already had 3, and I needed to take Ty Johnson, so I couldn't really justify it. And I needed the receiver 2 to fill out the whole lineup with Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis gonna show you. He's doing stuff each week. 2 targets, 2 targets, 2 targets, 4 targets. We've seen him catch a long touchdown before. Could happen. It feels like a random Bills player scores all the time. I could take Palmer as well. I would not take Coleman because he keeps getting benched. He keeps being a healthy scratch. So anyone else makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
So like I said, a whole Bills lineup with ATN as a support here, and then I have a Packers stack with Jacobs, Watson, Reed, and Dubs. I did not. No one took Jordan Love, by the way. Poor Jordan Love, not good drafted. So I mean, if I didn't need Ty Johnson, I would have taken Jordan Love there, or if I didn't need Gabe Davis, I would have taken Jordan Love there. But I feel like those guys are just more important for what I'm trying to do. And then do you want to talk about what you did?
Yeah, for me, I just it was an opportunity. The Eagles players were dropping, a little later than I expected, and there was no great option, so I kept taking Eagles players. So I'm all in on the Eagles Super Bowl here. I like this because the Eagles are not going to play. They're not going to get the first round bye, so they're going to play in the first round. And if they make a Super Bowl run, I've got quality players in every round, and then just mix matching. So it's like if it's the Chargers, the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I only have 1 Charger player, McConkey, but I've got enough Eagles players to make a full lineup. DeAndre Swift is not going to be, if the Bears go to the Super Bowl, I'm not going to have a lineup, but he can help me along the way, right? The hope is that the Bears help me. He has 1 or 2 big weeks. If the Patriots Eagles play in the Super Bowl, if the Steelers Eagles play in the Super Bowl, I've got it all covered. So, and then if Houston somehow makes it to the Super Bowl, I've got a Houston Philadelphia Super Bowl lineup covered. But really, I was drafting Marks here just because I thought it was a lot of value. And, if he's playing in the first or second round, he can potentially help me advance. So
Yeah, it's not often you get a guy in the 12th round who can help you advance. Like that's a real good pick, I think. Um, so this guy at the end took Bills, Rams, Jaguars, a bunch of Jaguars. So he has Bills and Rams, I guess, and then Jaguars. But I still don't understand this Parkinson pick. Like I was scared he's going to take Kincaid, because he already had Cook, and I would like that would have made sense, right? And then like he could have gone Kincaid and Shakir and just really screwed me. But instead he went Parkinson and Corum, which I don't understand what he was doing. I do like his Jaguar players. But again, Keon Coleman doesn't make any sense either. He's not playing. And then he took some Lions player. He took Gibbs. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you take Gibbs, you have to take St. Brown as well and Jameson Williams. Because yeah, what if, right? They need four things to happen, but like what if, I guess. It's like something you did last week. It's like, yeah, if you take them and they make the playoffs, like you're gonna look great. If not, they're late round guys and probably not gonna hurt you too much. So Seattle Patriots, this guy was Patriots Seahawks, which I've done before. It looks good, but then you're like, is this really going to happen? It's like, I don't know. It could, but maybe not. This Moyer guy took Niners, Rams, Texans, Broncos, Niners, two Chargers. This guy's all over the place. I doubt he has a real team put together here. And then the first guy who I sniped with Kyron Williams, guarantee he was going to take him because he took Niners. Then he pivoted to Broncos. He went Niners, Broncos. With like, I don't understand this Darnold pick. Because he had well, I guess he had Charbonnet and then Rashid Shaheed. Okay, so he built a little Seahawks stack here at the end. So it looks like some of the guys here knew what they're doing, some didn't. So it's kind of like it's par for the course for playoff best ball. Like I said, we had some questions here. Caleb asking Ibuka or Mac Hollins. That's how far Ibuka's fallen. I have Mike Evans, so don't want to start two receivers from the same team. Yeah, unless you also have Mayfield, that doesn't make sense. Ibuka's done nothing, and this is I'm saying this is someone who had a 40-1 ticket on him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I was looking great back in September, October. I was already counting like how do I spend my money. That is, Emmitt Smith once said, "Don't count your eggs before they hatch." Ibuka has been terrible recently, and it's so bad that Hollins is probably the guy. He got 8 targets either last week or the week before. I think I'd go Hollins. What do you think? I'm just so down on Ibuka. I don't know. I'm kind of biased here.
Can you don't have another option? Yeah, man. I mean, Emeka Ibuka has dropped a long way, man. I mean, it's come. It was not long ago where we thought this guy was a shoe in, right? I mean,
locked in for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's a good question, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's Mac Hollins. I don't know. I guess I'm not helpful to you, man. You got to have a better option out there. I just refuse to believe you don't have a better option on your roster or waiver wire.
Yeah. Ibuka is now 12 to 1 to win Rookie of the Year. McMillan's minus 310. So it looks like he's going to take it. I even said it to you last week. I'm like, whoever scores a touchdown in that Buccaneers-Panthers game between the two, I think is going to jump ahead. And it was McMillan. I do have a small hedge on him. Like I can win all my money back plus a little bit more, but it's not going to pay out like the 40-1 was. So that sucks. I was going to win $6,000 and I'm not going to win zero from that. Anyway, by the way, number 2 in Rookie of the Year is Tyler Shuck suddenly. That's how bad Ibuka and Henderson. Well, it's how bad Ibuka was, and then Henderson got hurt. So there's that. I also had a 19-1 ticket on Henderson that was going to pay out pretty well. So gambling gods don't like me very much at all. Here we go. Another question from Tyler Perry. Taysom Hill or Strange? With Strange is streaky. Well, Strange plays the Colts this week. Did you see what George Kittle did to the Colts? And did you see what Tunges did to the Colts after Kittle got hurt?
Yeah.
The Colts can't stop tight ends at all. Go with Strange. Do you agree? As you take a drink there, I can't play Taysom Hill at all. He's talking about streaky.
Yeah, I can't. Taysom Hill's done nothing that's worthy of my consideration.
Yeah, he had he threw a touchdown last week to Olave. That's it. Yeah, he had a QB sneak on 4th down. He actually did 2 sneaks. He got stuffed on one. He got converted the other. He
Yeah,
doesn't do
but based
much.
on
Like,
this season, I no, Strange is a legitimate tight end.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's strange. It's definitely strange for sure. Fire Bros. It's two questions. JMO or Tetaroa for one of my leagues. Let's do that first. Um, so Jameson Williams plays the Vikings. Tetaroa McMillan plays the Seahawks. Um, I would say Tetaroa McMillan has a tougher matchup. The Vikings are no slouches at all, but I would go with Jameson Williams. There's more upside, I think, than McMillan. What do you think?
JMO or Ted? I like McMillan.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I well, JMO's just so up and down. Like
Yeah.
in the not just in the production in terms of like there are weeks where he's clearly a priority, and then there's weeks where it's like they forget he's on the team. It's weird.
Yeah.
Where McMillan is always a priority to get the ball to, and so in the weeks where Williams is clearly a priority, you want him in your lineup. But in the weeks where he's not, it's weird. I don't know.
So here's my thinking. So there's this is a tale of two seasons for Williams. There's
But
before.
you can't see it's covered by the comment.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay, so Williams's production's tale of two seasons. There's before the Washington game and then after the Washington game. And I say that Washington game because that's when Dan Campbell took over the play calling. So before the Washington game, yeah, I know this is PPR scoring with DraftKings, but still 6-21, 6-5, 2, 18-0, and a 16. So as you said, very up and down, like whole roller coaster. You can't trust them. But after Campbell took over the play calling, it felt like he made a concerted effort to give the ball to Williams more. So afterward, we're looking at 26-19. We had a 0, 29-17, 29-12. Like this guy has been awesome in the second half of the season. He did have this dud 0 here, but outside of that, the lowest he's had is 12 points. So that's what I'm looking at here. He's been awesome in the second half. I think that I would go with JMO.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Okay. The second question, pick 3 of Michael Wilson, Nico Collins, Tetaroa McMillan, AJ, I assume that's AJ Brown, Wandale Robinson, Mike Evans. These 3 picks include a flex, and I have Rico on the bench. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too. So I think that if suddenly Harrison's ruled out for some reason, like Wilson has to be in there, but like otherwise it's Collins definitely, AJ definitely, and Mike Evans definitely. I think those 3 are just way above everyone else. Do you agree?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so. Nice hat, Jason says. It's my Santa hat, which I can improvise. He's not terrible. He's clearly in that 3. He's clearly 3 in that team. Who are you talking about? And how bad Dart has been. Oh, he's talking about Ibuka. He's been clearly in the 3 in that team. I don't know. I just like feels like he hit a rookie wall. I don't know how bad that's Dart. What happened to Jackson Dart? I'm sure you're monitoring this as an Eagles fan who, knows all about the sad souls of the Giants players and their fans. Dart has
nothing
been
more
so
glorious.
bad.
Nothing more glorious than watching them lose.
Yeah. What do you make of Jackson Dart? He's been awful. Like he didn't complete his first pass until like a minute left in the second quarter last week, and he ended up with 33 passing yards. Awful.
He's a rookie. Rookies make mistakes. Rookies. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we've seen enough from him. Whereas an Eagles fan, I'm concerned about this team actually being good next year. Like he looks like he's got the talent and the requisite as long as he learns how to actually like not take hits. But he's going to have moments where he looks bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nature of being. I mean, Bryce Young looked absolutely god awful for long stretches last year, and like right now, it looks like he's a viable NFL quarterback.
Can I express some concern with Dart? That it could make you happy, but at the same time, it's like you don't want like this to happen. Do you worry about the number of concussions he's taken? Because like we saw what happened to Carson Wentz when Jadeveon Clowney like scrambled his brains, there's like he got tested for like 5 concussions within a span of like 6 or 7 weeks. Like I don't know. I worry about that a little bit. That like he just might be just messed up in the head right now.
It could be. I mean, yeah. I mean, Do I discount that? Of course not. I mean, it's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
You hope for his sake. I mean, you gotta remember, these are human beings. So you hope
Right.
for, you hope for his sake that there's a doctor there that's actually caring for him and, giving him wise counsel. You know, I based on the NFL's track record, I can't say for sure that that's the case.
No.
I don't think the NFL. I don't think the NFL cares. I legitimately, I don't think they care. I think it's all about the profit. So, and we contribute to it by being fans and watching and participating. And I'm a part of the machine that spits these guys out. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, to add to that, yeah, they don't care if he's hurt or not. They just care if they get sued. That's the only thing they care about. And that's kind of like why they pretend to care, but they really don't care. It is pretty sad. And look, we saw one concussion mess up Wentz for his career. We saw one concussion mess up Antonio Brown's brain for his life. Like, this guy became a lunatic after that Vontaze Burfict hit.
I think you were the first person I heard say that, and I remember when I first heard you say it, I'm like, I don't know, that feels like a big stretch. Feels like a stretch.
Yeah.
But like, I think I've heard several people since then say that, and I think you might be right. Like, do we know for sure 100%? No, of course not. We don't know, but like, it does surely seem like Antonio Brown's career really spiraled out of control after he took that hit.
Yeah. Remember that stint with the Raiders where he got into an argument about his helmet and then he didn't show up.
And he was like, remember he burned his feet in the cryogenic shower or whatever. He was like, for his feet were getting like freezer burns. Like, what? He's like, oh, I can't play. My feet are frozen. Like, what? It's like, this guy's insane.
I know. He's and it's really a shame because like I heard stories about I don't even know who told me this, but like John Gruden when he acquired Antonio Brown, he was so excited about what he could do with Antonio Brown. Like he's like telling his wife every night like what he was gonna do like with the offense. Apparently, like, and eventually his wife's like, John, I get it. like he was so excited, and then like he never even took the field for the Raiders. Like, what a shame. That's that really sucks. And then he just walked off the field with the Buccaneers. I remember that like I was yesterday because I was in the hospital with my son. My son was just born, and I was streaming the games as like it's like nurses come in and out. Like there's nothing. I mean, you know this too because you had 3 kids recently, and I had 2. And like when you're in the hospital after the child is born, like you're not really doing anything there. Like that your wife is nursing the child and like you're holding the child, but they always like take the child away to do tests and stuff, and then you're just like stuck there for a while. And like last time we went with my daughter, all we did was like there was an Adam Sandler marathon on TV. We just watched like every Adam Sandler movie. But like the first time it was a Sunday during the football season, and so I was watching it was a week 17 game, and I was like streaming on my computer, and like the Antonio Brown just leaves the game. I'm like, is this real life? Like, I feel like I'm like in a coma in the hospital. It's like what is happening? It's so weird. So yeah, he's really changed ever since that hit. It's crazy.
Sad day.
Yeah. Kim McGill says Jax should kill the Colts, bet the over and the over on Jack's points. Yeah, I think the Jaguars score into the 30s. They look great right now. The Colts defense can't stop anything. Will the Rams do better running or passing the ball versus Atlanta? Would Corum be a good bet for over yards and anytime touchdown? Well, I mean, it depends what the anytime touchdown is and the yards are, but the Falcons are weaker to the run than the pass. So, and the Rams should be ahead in that game. So I think Corum would be a good bet for over yards and anytime touchdown.
Yeah, as long as you're getting a decent number, I think that's. I mean, whatever that means. I don't know anything about that stuff, but
anytime touchdown, like anytime, you can bet that. Yes, Kenny, you can bet that.
That was
awesome. Yeah, imagine you should try betting, Kenny.
No.
You can't do that. Sorry. Colts will be angry, beat down the Jaguars. I really don't think so. Kenny looks good with the hat, but Walt the hell is Walt wearing a fez? At least blue,
Yeah.
the cotton ball sword or something. Look, this is last second. Okay, I saw
Well
Kenny.
done, Mike. This is the comment of the night right here.
Kenny showed up with the Santa Claus hat. I felt left out. I looked in my wife's Halloween costume box. This is the best thing I saw. It was either this or like a ghost costume. Like I had nothing else. There's a cowboy hat too. I could my cowboy hats are right here. I could do double take. I could do cowboy hat and a fez at the same time. So we could do that. Still less stupid than Trayvon Diggs. What's that pertaining to, Trayvon Diggs? I feel like I'm just missing a lot here. So I got my cowboy hat, and I'm probably the first person ever to do this, by the way, in the history of humanity. Do you have time? What'd you say?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it looks great. I think. Do you have time to do one more draft, or do you think that's it? We're an hour 15 in. It's up to you.
One more draft, sure. Why not?
One more draft. All right, one more draft. Okay, let's go back to the lobby. I do want to do 150 of these, so we're working our way through. I think this is that was my 20th draft or 19th. Okay, so almost clicked on this $333 one. I was probably wait a while for that to fill. Okay, draft team. All right, where are we at with these numbers? 49685 divided by 6. We gotta wait. If someone clicks in, they'll join the league or the draft right away. So we have to wait for one more person to get in. Okay, one more person came in. Let's just make sure I didn't do the math wrong. Okay, we can enter right now.
All right, $20. Enter. Boom.
All right, last draft of the night, 2 out of 6. Let's go. Yeah. So I can't believe the season's almost over. Isn't it crazy? It just felt like it just started. I always say that.
So fast.
It goes. It feels like it goes faster and faster each week. I don't know. Yeah. Last week was pretty good, except for the one thing that tripped me up betting wise was the Lions. I don't know if you had an inkling of how that game would go, but I was way wrong on that game. I thought the Lions coming off a loss, the Steelers. Oh, we're starting already. We're back to back on 4 or 5. The Steelers, who they played a great game against Miami on Monday night, but I was like, is that the best they could play? Because they were great. I just was so skeptical, especially with no TJ Watt, no Nick Herbig. I thought the Lions would be able to score a lot. And I was way off in that game. They couldn't have been more wrong.
Am I frozen?
Are you there?
Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
I thought I froze for a second there.
Mm.
Is TJ Watt back this week, by the way? Did they announce that already?
They play on Sunday, so they haven't practiced yet. So I don't know if he's coming back. That lung injury sounded pretty nasty, so I don't know.
Does sound, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was all team. That was the team doing it. It was the Tyrod Taylor injury from a few years ago. Remember that one?
Crazy.
Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder if they could sue the coaching staff or something. I was actually listening to a podcast. We have how much time? 30 seconds. I was listening to a podcast today about frivolous lawsuits, how they were misinterpreted by the media. For example, do you remember that one where the woman sued McDonald's because of the hot coffee?
Yeah,
I'm sure you heard that.
Yeah.
But apparently, the facts are everyone got those facts wrong because I think SNL did a bit on it, and everyone believed what SNL said. I think everyone believes that she sued McDonald's for hundreds of millions of dollars for the hot coffee or something because she was driving and she spilled the hot coffee. But what really happened was she only asked for $20,000 in damages because she spent 8 days in the hospital because she had the worst burns possible. She was disfigured, where she got burned. McCaffrey went one, by the way. It was really bad, and all she wanted was the hospital to pay for the hospital bills. So she asked for $20,000, and McDonald's came back with $600. like spit in the face. And so
Wow.
at that, and then that's when she's like, okay, I'm going to sue you guys. So it was, and like they had a history of just making like outrageously hot coffee where like there are other people who got burned by them. And so she actually ended up with $600,000. It wasn't even like a million. Like she got 600 grand out of
Pretty
it.
good.
Yeah, it's great, but like people are, I heard people say, oh, she sued them for $100 million. Like not true at all. Okay, thanks to Josh Allen. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, why is Josh Allen still sitting there at that spot?
That's where I got him in that draft where I got Allen and Cook. Oh, thanks. I'll take it. Game over. All right, you're up.
I mean, do I go back to an Eagles stack again? I mean,
Good. Why not?
Where do I? No, I'm gonna go
3 seconds.
I'm gonna go different here.
Okay. Interesting. What's the thought process there? Just
My
differentiating.
thought process is I'm gonna go with an AFC team, and I'm gonna just have multiple NFC lineups, and Seattle will be one of the many. But more than that, JSN will just help me for at least 2 games.
Yep.
What are the chances Seattle ends up with the 1 seed? What do you think?
Well, I think they it really comes down to the Week 18 game against the Niners. Barkley and May. Okay, what are you doing here?
Drake May just went.
Yeah. Sorry, you were gonna take him. I trust.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay. That kind of throws a pretty big wrinkle in my. I thought for sure you'd be there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
That throws a pretty big wrinkle into my situation here.
3 seconds. Henderson. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of a mess right now. This team's terrible.
It's terrible. I got options here. I can go Bills Rams or Bills Eagles. Let's see. It's a shame that it's like Stafford's still there, but I'm not gonna take him because of Allen. Let's go Rams. Let's go Rams. See what happens. I do think that's the Super Bowl matchup. I'm sorry, Kenny, but I do think it's Bills Rams. I'm not worried about what the Rams losing to the Seahawks. They were up 30-14, and like I felt like they fell asleep at the wheel. I think they probably beat Seattle in most instances. In that case, they dominated most of the game.
So. I will say this: the Rams defense is vulnerable.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I think it's pretty good actually. They allowed 14 points until the fourth quarter, and it felt like they got tired or something. I don't know. I'm not too worried. Juwan Jennings 301. Wow, it's bold. Does Kyron Williams go here? Probably. No, it took ATN. Wow, that's crazy. I thought Kyron Williams would definitely go there. He took 2 Rams guys. How did he not take Kyron Williams?
I don't know what to do with my next pick here. My team is a total disaster right
now. That's how I felt when I was drafting out of the 5 spot.
This is an absolute abject disaster. This is a disaster. I mean, there's no way, no way around it.
Well, look, Seattle's open, right? I mean, like, oh, come on, Karen. Took James Cook. What are you doing with this team? Come on. All right, now I don't know what to do. The pivot to Eagles, maybe. Bills, Eagles. I think I can make Bills, Eagles work, right? Not really. I don't have a running back. I'm gonna try to make Bills, Eagles work. We'll see. What do I do from? I mean, look, Seattle. The Seattle players will be available, so you can have a Seattle stack and just take random AFC players. I think that's how I would handle it. I can't believe that guy took Kyron Williams. What is the plan there? He took Brown. Why didn't he take? Why didn't he take Jalen Hurts? That doesn't make any sense. This guy selected May and Hurts. Okay.
Yeah.
I I don't know. That's doesn't seem like a winning strategy to me. The only one of your top 3 picks will not make your lineup each week. So that doesn't seem like a smart move. I don't know. What do I know? Got
Yeah,
it.
my team. This team sucks. This team's terrible. I just I'm not. I don't care anymore.
I think you can make it work. I think you're in a better position than I am, honestly. Oh, I'd take Bills players, I guess. Sutton. This guy's all over the place. This LJ Money guy. Like, I don't understand what he's doing. And then he got. I don't know if he's planning to go to Denver, but he just got sniped with Denver. I don't. I don't get how Dude Man passed on Kyron, and I don't get how LJ Money passed on Hurts because he could have started Hurts, Brown, and Cook. That's a great start. Shakir goes. What do you take? Come on, man. What is happening? These people are idiots. Bonus. Okay. LJ Money, it feels like he course corrected, but I still don't get the Kyron pick. Let's see here. They go Packers again. Bills Packers again. I don't know. To go. Yeah. Well, I think Jacobs just to have him, I think is fine. So I'm out of Bills Eagles. There's no Eagle left to take. So you went Jacoby, okay. Yeah, I think you can build a really good Seahawks Jaguars team. So I think you're in a better spot than I am.
Okay. I don't feel good about it, but it's all right.
Yeah, Seahawks Jaguars seems weird, like it would never happen, but it could definitely happen. I'm talking about like the number 1 seed in the NFC and the hottest team in the AFC, like it could definitely happen. Some Darnold. Okay, so I'm gonna I do have Adams already. Can take Quorum. It works, I guess.
Yeah, so I got a Seahawks, Patriots.
I feel like you're gonna have a Seahawks team with random AFC players.
Yeah. I get to.
Okay. For Bills players, I only have quarterback and tight end, so running back, 2 receivers, and a flex. That's pretty rough. If no one takes Bears, I could do Bears. This guy go Gibbs. I don't understand these people. Well, pay $20 for this. And you're like, okay, I can take a guy who's almost certainly not going to be in the playoffs. It's not a free league. It's just like a free league. I'm like, whatever, right? But it's like when we used to do those. We still do the fantasy mock drafts, right? You have like people taking random guys, and you're like, okay, this is a mock draft. You're like, oh, these guys are just experimenting, right? But this is $20 league. How do you enter this? You're like, I'm going to take Lions players in the middle of the draft. If this is like last 3 picks, I get it. Like that's fine. Like in the middle of the draft, like there's still good players available.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, I don't understand. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You never underestimate the power of stupidity.
The power of stupidity.
It's pretty powerful.
It is. It really is. Question I have is: do I pivot to Bears or do I keep going Packers? I think I keep going. I already have Jacobs, right? So let's keep going Packers. Maybe Watson will get healthier. Okay, so again, I'm doing Bills Packers again, which is like a little boring, but it's probably like the same team too. I don't have Shakir, but Outside, except for replace Shakir with Devontae Smith. I think this is like the same team I just drafted. Okay. Any Packer receivers? See here, once again, I don't care about Jordan Love. Same team, right? I once again don't care about Jordan Love because I have Josh Allen. And yeah, he could technically be him out, but I'd rather make sure I have good running backs and receivers. And you continue to take Seahawks players.
Yes, Seahawks and New England and Jacksonville.
Yeah. Okay, Brenton Strange. Okay. Swift is still there. I can't pass on Swift at 8 in round 8. That's crazy. Okay, so this is not like the other team now. Okay, so I need one more Packer receiver and I need 2 Bears receiver. Right, okay, so Moore is gone, so that dream's over. That's okay. I'm still fine with Swift there at 803. That's insane. Figure 1 or 2 games in the playoffs. Like I mentioned this before, but I had a bunch of teams advance last year because I had Joe Mixon, and I kept drafting Joe Mixon like the 7th or 8th round.
Varner just went.
Yeah, I know. I saw. We can make fun of his team later to make you feel better about it.
What are you doing, dude?
No. Is that his first tight end? Oh, that's Elise's first tight end. So he was like, "Oh, I don't have a tight end. Let me take a guy." But he had Rams, Jaguars, Broncos. He is all over the place here. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He started Rams. Felt like strong. This is the guy who passed on Kyrie Williams instead of ETN. And then he took Harvey for some reason, and then Diggs, Lawrence. It doesn't really make any sense what he's doing. Because he took Stevenson. That's a good value, too.
That was me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I said you took Stevenson. That's a good value. Okay. You're up again, 10th rounds.
All right, let's go finish up some Jags players here.
I think this is a good value too. What do you think? Adunze?
Yeah.
He could have like a monster game. He's had some big games this year. Like what if he dominates round 1 and like gets me through,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do I need Knox? Let's figure this out. So I have Allen for Packers Bills. I have Allen, Jacobs, Watson, Reed, Kincaid. I need a flex. Okay. For Bills Bears, I have Allen, Swift, Adunze, blank, Kincaid, blank. Okay. So it makes sense for me to take Knox because Knox fills the flex spot for me. Okay. Well, hopefully no one takes him now. No one's going to snipe me listening to the stream.
What Packers receivers all went, but Jordan Love did not.
Yeah, I know. Like last time. No one's taking it.
Are the Buccaneers going to make the playoffs?
They've played like crap. If they beat the Dolphins, they have to beat the Panthers in the final. They have to beat the Panthers in week 18. So they have to win their last 2. And it does. If they win their last 2, it doesn't matter what Seattle does this week. Or sorry, it doesn't matter what the Panthers do this week. So they could beat the Dolphins and the Panthers. Those are two teams that are not very good.
I realize I have Nico Collins. I'm just going to go CJ Stroud here as an extra. And then any other players that might help me get along here?
Let's see. Best player for that is Charbonnet. You might as well
Yes,
take Charbonnet.
and I have Seattle, so I guess I go Charbonnet. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna complete my Bills Bears stack with Luther Burden. All right. I didn't have to take Gabe Davis. It's nice. Luther Burden's coming on too.
Yeah. About time.
Yeah. He started slow, but all right. So to make sure, now the draft's over. So I have for Bills Bears, I have Allen, Swift, Adunze, Burden, Kincaid, and Knox. And for Bills Packers, I have Allen, Jacobs, Watson, Reed, Kincaid, and Knox. Okay. So I did Bills, Bears, and Bills Packers. So I didn't like this at first, but ended up working out. I have Adams and Smith to get me through, and Corum as well. I don't think I have quite a Bills Rams team. No, I don't have a running back for Bills Rams, but it's kind of, I don't think I have a second receiver either. So anyway, do you want to talk about what you did? I mean, because you were down on this team to start. Did you warm up to it?
Yeah, I guess I feel like I turned it around a bit, So I've got a Seattle Patriots Super Bowl full lineup, actually good lineup too. I would have I'd also have Jacksonville, Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a pretty good lineup, and I also have Seattle, Houston and that would be a good lineup too. The probability of this of us basically it's Seattle, Houston, Seattle Patriots, Seattle. Jacksonville. So if Seattle makes a Super Bowl, I would have really good lineups if they play one of those three teams.
Yeah. I like your team. I like how it panned out. All right, real quick, looking at these other teams. This guy started Niners, McCaffrey, Kittle, and then Jennings, and then he took Shakir for some reason, which I didn't quite get. Then he took Purdy, and he took Gibbs. He took a couple Lions guys, some Steeler guys. So he is, I guess he has Niners Steelers covered. So I don't know. I like this first team's ended up working out, I guess. But anyway, we have the second guy took Rams, and then he did this weird pick where he could have took Nakua, Stafford, and Williams. Like there are not a lot of people who end up with those three, and that could have been like a really cool build. But instead, he took Etienne, then Harvey, then Diggs. Then Lawrence, and then Franklin Butte. Like I don't know if he has a full team stack for the Super Bowl. So this guy kind of screwed up. And three quarterbacks. I don't think you need three quarterbacks. It's kind of wild. This third team with Bills, Eagles, Rams, Broncos, Rams, Jaguars, Bears, Broncos. This guy doesn't really have a full team, so it looked like he was taking random players. That was kind of apparent when I remember he could have started Cook, Brown, and then Hurts, and like that would have been such a good start. But no, he took Kyron Williams for some reason, just like throwing his team. And then the final guy who took two quarterbacks in the first three rounds. So he took Eagles, Patriots, Eagles, Chargers, Texans, Chargers. Looks like he might have an Eagles Chargers team. I still don't get this like Drake May pick, or if you're gonna take Drake May, why take Hurts there? That doesn't make it take.
Why screw me over?
Yeah, he could took like Hunter Henry here. That would have made more sense because like I said, like one of his top three guys is not going to be in his lineup each week because only one quarterback qualifies. So that's not something you should do. So, all right, I guess that's about it for the show. Thanks guys for watching, commenting, asking questions. Really appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow with Andy on Christmas Eve, talking week 17 picks against the spread. Sure, we'll have another 4-hour banger where we argue about stuff for half an hour, and then we realize we actually have the same position that actually happened 2 weeks ago. We were arguing about how we felt about the Broncos. Like, it's seriously, we had like a half-hour argument about the Broncos, and we ended up we're like, wait, I have him like, I have him 10th in my power rankings. He's like, yeah, so do I. I'm like, okay, what are we arguing about here? Anyway, so it's always a lot of fun. I love Andy. I love getting his perspective for gambling advice, because he's been a professional handicapper since 1990. So he brings a whole wealth of talent. And then Christmas night, not Eve, but night after the Thursday night game, which is what is that, Broncos Chiefs. We will be going live with Evan, talking week 17 picks again. And again, no show on Friday this week because Tom is traveling. But so guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, visit thecapisfake.com. Kenny, do you want to talk about this for a second?
Lots of content on various topics, fantasy stuff, random tidbits of information, but lots of stuff on the salary cap. So if you believe the salary cap is real, with all due respect, you are very wrong. Visit the website. I'll prove it to you. Thecapisfake.com.
Definitely check that out. All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you then.
You the man.